Today, I'm going to show you 9 AI side hustles that you can start with almost no money. And you can potentially make anywhere from hundreds of dollars per month to thousands of dollars per month doing these. I know this because I have personally tried all of these and I still have team members who do most of these. So this is not just another video on the internet. I'll be talking about what makes each side hustle great, how much effort they require, and how much money you actually stand to make from these. So go ahead, subscribe to the Simplified AI channel, and let's go ahead and get started. Starting with the most relevant side hustle right now. Prompt engineering is all about crafting or writing that perfect prompt that you put into an AI tool like ChatGPT or Simplified AI to get the results that you're looking for. It is the quality of your prompts that determine what kind of results you get. If you put in a garbage prompt, you get a garbage result. Since every single AI tool that uses NLP or natural language processing requires prompting, this is actually a very great business opportunity right now. And there are several people who have turned this into a legit side hustle, earning up to $300 per project. The average rate, however, is somewhere around $70 to $100 per job. And several online platforms like Coursera are even offering training programs on prompt engineering for people who want to turn this into a career. Now, in terms of effort, I'm going to rate this a 3 out of 10 because while you do require some effort upfront to learn how to craft perfect prompts, once you get the hang of it, it's a pretty straightforward process. As for revenue, I'm going to rate it a 4 on 10. There is definitely money to be made here, but I won't say that this is going to replace your day job just yet. Now, if you enjoy photography or photo editing, creative photo editing can be a great side hustle for you to try. Small business owners and even creators are willing to pay an upward of $20 per photo for services like removing photo backgrounds, removing distracting elements from their pictures, recolorizing elements, adding graphics, text, etc. It might not seem like a lot, but given that it takes about 20 seconds to do this with AI, it's actually not a bad bet at all. I'm going to use this tool called Simplified AI, an all-in-one designing, video editing, and writing tool that offers a bunch of services for creators and entrepreneurs to create high-quality content. So I'm going to go ahead and use this generative fill tool to give a creative edge to this portrait photo and change the background. I just need to select the area and then give the AI a prompt. And in just a few seconds, I have this. I can also go ahead and remove extra people or elements from my photo using this remover tool. The possibilities are massive. This is a super effortless side hustle, so I'm going to rate it a 2.5 on 10 in terms of effort. And since it requires bulk work for you to be able to make a lot of money, I'm going to rate it a 3 on 10 in terms of revenue. Ranking third on this list is writing content for social media platforms like Twitter and LinkedIn. Business owners, industry leaders, and even creators are willing to pay a decent sum of money to build their own personal brand on these platforms. And you can make anywhere between $500 to $1,500 per client per month, depending on the industry and niche you choose to write in. Now, if you're thinking I'm going to tell you to spend hours perfecting your writing to actually do this, I'm not. I'm going to tell you to use AI because then your work gets done in minutes. With Simplified AI's dedicated article and tweet writer, you can craft compelling posts in a matter of minutes just by giving the AI a simple text prompt. Once you have your draft, all you need to do is edit it slightly to fit your client's style, and you're good to go. This basically also allows you to onboard more clients than if you were to be doing all of this manually. So given all of those parameters, I'm actually going to rate this a solid 7 on 10 when it comes to revenue and about a 5 on 10 when it comes to effort. Number 4, website copywriting. Website copywriting continues to remain a highly paying side hustle, given that website copy is what drives consumers or customers to the bottom of the funnel. On Fiverr, most freelancers charge an upward of $100 for about 500 words of copy. The great thing again is that with AI, this has become a lot easier to do. In fact, there are certain type of copies that the AI has gotten very, very good at writing. Let me show you an example. I am going to go ahead and choose the option to write with AI on simplified.com. And here I am just going to prompt the AI to write the copy for me and give it all the details necessary. It just takes a couple of minutes and generates a high quality result that gives me a great skeletal structure to work on. Now, depending on what the brand's tone of voice is and what the general look and feel of the website is, I can choose to edit this generated copy within the Simplified editor itself. And here I can just make any changes I want. This work that would have otherwise taken me hours to finish was just completed in a matter of minutes. Now coming to the rating. Now, because there's also a lot of creativity required in addition to the AI prompting, I'm going to rate it a 5 on 10 in terms of effort. And since you can easily make anywhere between $500 to $1,000 per client, I'm going to rate it a 7 out of 10 in terms of revenue. Coming to the more effort-intensive side hustles on the list, on number 5, we have designing YouTube thumbnails. Thumbnails make up the packaging of a YouTube video, and they are absolutely crucial to a video's success. A bad thumbnail means that the video does not get clicks, which means it does not get views, which means it is slower growth for the creator, which means not as much revenue for the creator. That is why brands and creators are willing to pay hundreds of dollars to get effective thumbnails designed. And good designers charge an upward of $100 per thumbnail, which means that you stand to make an upward of $400 per client per month, given that they post an average of 1 video per week, making it 4 videos per month. Now, while you require a good understanding of viewer psychology to be able to design effective thumbnails, AI tools like Simplified have actually made the designing part of things very, very easy. You can use the dedicated AI thumbnail maker to prompt the AI to design your thumbnail and then use the Simplified editor to make the changes and bring your creative vision to life. It definitely takes a lot less time because you get access to tools like background remover, illustrations, text styles, and more under one roof. In terms of revenue, I'm going to rate this a solid 6 on 10. And in terms of effort, it is also going to be a 6 on 10 because you do need to infuse your own creativity here to make effective thumbnails. Moving on from thumbnails to graphic designing, but specifically for social media. Now, both brands and creators require designers for static posts, carousels, illustrations, and digital assets like PDFs, and they're actually willing to pay good money for these. A good designer can typically make between $500 to $1,000 per client per month because creating engaging graphics for social media requires an understanding of the brand's design identity, an understanding of the platform, and an understanding of the audience to really nail things. Again, thanks to AI, this has become really easy to do. You can use the set of design tools within Simplified to really bring your design to life. The variety of graphics, fonts, stock media, color palettes, and a drag and drop interface all make this super easy to do. This is a post that I recently made for my own YouTube channel using Simplified. My favorite part here is that I can save the brand color palettes for different clients, and that saves me so much time while designing. In terms of effort, this is going to be a 4 on 10, does not require a lot of effort. A little bit of creativity, yes, but not a lot of effort. And in terms of revenue, I would rate it a solid 7 on 10. Next, we come to creating pitch decks for startups. Hundreds of startups pitch to investors every single month to get their brands off the ground. For this, they need pitch decks to show the investors, and they're willing to shell out big bucks to get these designed. Now, to design an effective pitch deck, you need to understand the business, the investors, and then figure out a way to show the business in the best light possible. And with this side hustle, you can make anywhere between $1,000 to $3,000 per week. This pastor based in Arkansas told Business Insider that he makes 2 to 3 pitch decks per week using generative AI tools, and he makes between $500 to $1,000 per pitch deck. A friend of mine has actually used Simplified to make his own pitch decks. All you need to do is use the presentation maker here to create them. You just give the AI a topic, pick the design, and then the AI creates the entire pitch deck for you. You can, of course, go ahead and make any edits that you want to, but it's super simple to do because all you need to do is give the AI a text prompt. Now, in terms of effort, I'm going to rate it a 6 on 10 because while AI does most of the heavy lifting in terms of design, you still need to do a lot of back and forth with your clients. There might be redesigns, and then you might need to do multiple variations of the same thing in order to get a finished product out. But in terms of revenue, this is a solid 9 on 10. Where else can you make $3,000 a week? Next, we come to creating shorts for podcasts. Today in the world, there are over 500 million podcast listeners. That accounts for over 23.5% of all internet users. But because attention spans are limited, how do podcasters ensure that they're reaching as many listeners as possible? By creating engaging, controversial, and viral shorts from their podcast itself to actually reach wider audiences. And this is where you come in by creating shorts for them for every single podcast they publish. Now, you can earn anywhere between $300 to $1,000 per week of doing this, depending on the volume of work that you take on. But just because the volume is high does not mean that the time invested by you also needs to be high. You can just go ahead and use Simplified AI to do the work for you in minutes instead of hours. The AI Clips feature allows you to upload a YouTube video to the platform simply by sharing a link, and Simplified then goes ahead and automatically cuts out 10 shorts for you from it. You can then fine-tune the results a little bit, polish the cut, add a few elements, and you get a publish-ready short in minutes instead of hours. In terms of effort, this is going to be a 6 on 10 because you don't manually need to sit and cut out the shorts, but you still need to polish the content a little bit. But in terms of revenue, this is a solid 8 on 10. You stand to make a lot of money by taking on multiple clients. And finally, we come to the most high effort but high leverage side hustle on the list, which is starting a faceless YouTube automation channel. Now, if you're doubting whether this is genuinely a lucrative side hustle, I want you to check out these channels. They are actually making thousands of dollars from AdSense alone without ever showing a face on camera. Now, I'm not going to mislead you and tell you that any generic faceless channel is going to get you these results. You need to get specific, you need to choose your niche wisely, and then you really need to put in the effort to create high quality videos so that you can get similar results. And doing this is something that you can truly simplify with Simplified AI. Now, you can use their AI text to video generator to create the basic structure of your video because it can script, find media and music, add a voiceover, and give you an edited video in minutes. You can then fine-tune your results by adding your own media, cloning your voice, and adding design elements to truly create a high-quality finished product that looks something like this.
When it comes to discipline, fear not, because psychology's got your back. Let's punch laziness in the face with some brainy tips.
Now, once you start growing, there is no cap on the amount of money that you can actually make from a faceless YouTube channel. On the lower end of the spectrum, channels are making about $400 to $500 per month from AdSense alone. Now, in terms of effort, this is a 9 on 10 because there are a lot of moving pieces and you need to nail each of those in order to actually get your channel off the ground. But it is also a 9 on 10 in terms of revenue because you do actually stand to make a lot of money from this and truly turn it into a source of passive income. So there you have it, 9 AI side hustles that you can start for as little as $19 a month, which is how much it costs to get a pro account on Simplified AI. And this is something that I highly recommend you do if you're serious about making money off any of the side hustles that we spoke about today. And if you actually want to learn how you can create YouTube automation channels that can make you thousands of dollars, check out this video next.